What's up YouTube, COD4Man221 here, and welcome to our episode for Season 3, Come to Heroes 2. We have a great match here. It's going to be a long match, so, get your popcorn ready. This is a very good match between Nick and me and these other guys. We have all the factions represented, actually. We have OKW, Wehrmacht for me, Soviets, and the United States. So I went with the doctrine I don't usually go for. I went with the Festung Armor. This is actually one of the original doctrines, mainly because it has Panzer Tactician. That is very, very good. Hull down, not as useful. Command Tank is okay. But what I'm really using this for is the Pack 43. I figure on this map, I could put a pack along this area here and just have line of sight. I can snipe tanks around this area. So let's see if I do that later on. So for Minsk Pocket, it's always going to be a 2v2 map. Or it can be a 1v1 map too, but mostly 2v2 I like to think. So, we got to make a battle plan here. You can see on the map here. So basically, for our battle plan, let's see. Okay, cool. Let's get the map bigger here. So for the map, basically, Nick is we're gonna secure the right side on this side down here if you're looking at the map. And then we're both kind of focus on the middle. I'm going to try to go for the munitions and then wire off, various aspects here. But I'm basically going to be holding along this area here, focusing on the middle with Nick, and he's going to secure this area. You can see he's already putting down the steel barricades to his troops. So I see these guys, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take the munitions here and then fall back. They've actually killed one of my men, so I'm going to fall back. And then in the middle, I'm suppressing 2 conscripts. Now, I'm just going to say, I would not suggest playing like these guys do. We're going to see some very big blobs and Katusha spams. So, I would not recommend playing like these guys with the blobbing up, because that can really get you in trouble. So he is waiting for a 3rd squad here. He must have gone veteran rifleman. He does, because he gets easy 8s early on. Rifleman company. Yeah, so with Rifleman Company. And then his buddy hasn't picked a doctrine yet, but these are his. He's going to go for the one that gives him, I think it's shock troops. Thankful for us it gave us shock troops. So I have some machine guns supporting Nick, because he can't get machine guns early on. Or he can, but they're the very bad, what do you call it? They're the very bad MG-34, so I'm forced back by a lot of American riflemen. Nick is coming over to support me, and I'm still watching the middle with my machine guns. Now, I do have a 2nd Grenadier squad out. I do have a bulletin that allows my guys to come out faster. And he's capturing some rear echelons. They're really seizing this left side here. They're threatening our supply lines. But I have my men in cover. And Nick's going to possibly pursue him, but he stops there. So we have 4 squads on 3 squads right there, so that's what they decided to pull back. And the middle is pretty much ours. So Nick cut off this area right here first. So the enemy, it looks like he actually put 2 barbed wire lines. It's very good, actually. Makes it much harder to destroy, but, you can get a basic demo charge and do something like that. So you can see just 4 conscripts and 3 riflemen. 4 conscript squads. That's ridiculous. And that guy has 2 fuel caches put down. So at this point, we're in a little bit of trouble. I moved my own machine gun. I'm going to have to turn my machine gun here. And I got a 3rd machine gun. I'm setting it up. Look at this. This is like the Horde of Russians. Like, this reminds me of, like, week 1 when I would just make a ton of conscripts. And this guy does not have line in sight, so he cannot see right there. Just pressing the American troops. Thankfully, I have some more Grenadier squads. Nick is kind of fight with my MG. This one decides to move for some reason, and I have to fall back. There's just too many of these guys here. They're all aiming at my MG. My other MG's opening up. I'm even bringing my 2nd MG down here. MG has been wiped out. These guys have been pinned, though, so I'm taking shots into them. But we're in a lot of trouble, and they stole my MG-42. This is really bad that I lost my MG, because he basically just got a free machine gun. And even though I'm trying to kill units here, I might decide to miss. And I'm trying to kill that MG crew. But I don't want to lose my squad there. It's now vet 1, so multiple machine guns are now over here. The center has been completely collapsed. Well, center, there's nothing in it, so I've shifted all my fire to this flank here. The thing is, though, from this area, they can only attack from up on top of this hill here, and from this area right here. So you can see he's laying demo charges. That's not a lot of people do that. He has plenty of munitions, I guess. Meanwhile, Nick is now capturing this VP point. Well, VP is victory point. He's now capturing the victory point over there. I'm reinforcing my men. I'm going to make another machine gun because I lost one of mine. My goal is to have 3 machine guns. So I'm shifting my MGs back towards the middle as some rear echelon troops try to capture this point. We're not going to allow that, obviously. Oh, this match is going to get really good, guys. I hope you're still staying with us here. I mean, I guarantee you there's going to be we're going to get a lot of comments on this great match. So my MG's setting up in cover. We have an AT out. And we've nothing to really capture that. I don't feel like pushing up my MG because I don't know what they have. I see there's large numbers of infantry, obviously. Yeah, what is that? 4 conscript squads now, and a lot of demo charges. That can really backfire because demo charges, we saw that actually injure me last time. Or it was 2 videos ago or so, where a demo charge actually really hurt my troops, but it only works so well. So I'm putting some barbed wire down right here. Just want to, further cut off the areas my opponents can attack, obviously. This is Minsk Pocket's choke point alley, pretty much. And I have my grenadiers. We're going to push on in. I'm pretty sure a blob's going to come, so I'm a little cautious with these guys. I don't know where they are. I didn't know they were all back at base. And you can see even more troops moving around with the ambulance. And another... Oh, it's a major coming out. So I could lay down some mines or something, but I'm going to lay down... You can see that almost killed my infantry, and I'm like, okay, there's a demo charge. So I'm going to try to capture my one-man squad here. Surprisingly, he hasn't laid any other demo charges. And he laid the 2 that were closest to us, I get that. And Nick moves over his MG-34 for OKW right here. And another assault's coming towards the middle. This is going to be fruitless for them. There are 2 MGs and a Kugelwagen. And we also have this battle group headquarters, so it's can heal up our troops here. But look at that. Do you see? These are a ton of men, and they're all grouped up. And where are they heading? I'm going to try to attack this weak area here. I have a machine gun. So I laid down a, these are great against blobs. The S minefield. It used to be 90 munitions, and now it's back down to 60, which is awesome. And these are anti-personnel. They'd bounce up around your groin area and explode, so they're very, not good mines indeed. So I'm laying down a little bit of barbed wire, trying to make him think, oh yeah, yep, I didn't finish this. He sees me right there laying more wire. So he's gonna say, oh yeah, he didn't finish laying his barbed wire. He doesn't see the signs. They always put down the signs. I think it's a little unfair that they have to put down the kind of skull sign, because it basically shows that there's a minefield there. And they got these guys with wire cutters, which is really bad because I was supposed to kind of hold these guys. And I'm in trouble. I'm shifting an MG over right now because they just cut through my wire. And I didn't finish this, obviously. And I'm going to shoot a rifle grenade. Just trying to kill some men here. Now these guys at any moment could try to shift around, But they're gonna double down. Unfortunately, machine guns just a little too far back. And look at that. He hoorah'd right into this minefield. And look at all the dead conscripts. He just lost 2 conscript squads. That was a superb use of the minefield right there. If they're going to come up and blob like this, and he even said, well done, I mean, there's a ton of, there's 3 guys crawling right there, and that was basically a whole squad, so he's in trouble now. And Nick's helping me hold the center here. He even built a flak emplacement. Flaks are okay, but, I mean, they do cost a little bit of money, but that is good against any kind of light vehicles. You can see a flak. Oh, it was only 10 fuel, then go for it, I thought it was more. That was 20. I don't really use flaks, as you guys can probably tell. So, I'm grabbing some more engineers as I'm teching up here. And I have my Grenadiers back here. You can see Nick has another truck. And where's he going to put his truck? He's going to put it right along this area here to help guard where they keep attacking from. You know, as long as we hold that center, we're going to be in deep trouble. You know, if we hold the center, we're holding the right side, no real trouble. And we're holding the center pretty well at this point here. You know, multiple flags going down, but we have some artillery coming here. Looks like some white phosphorus will be coming down here in a sec. Never mind, that's artillery. Oh, the officer called down rapid barrage. Interesting. We're going to have a flak here, further, you know, increasing the defensive capabilities. And now I have my machine guns here. These machine guns are going to become quite veteran. Now, at this point, they do get a Stuart. I mean, not Stuart. They got a Sherman out. And I need to... I'm in Tier 1 way too long. I need to, like, tech the hell up. So I have 2 of these guys are going to start working on this. So we're going to try to get a Panzer IV at this point here. And the Sherman, the floodgates opened up here. And the Sherman wiped out the flak emplacement. Guys, you really shouldn't. These are nice guys here. But don't be this. Don't blob up like this. This is the biggest blob I think I've ever seen. Like with the amount of, I mean, there's so many squads that are, you know, they'll get bigger. So he's running around with the Sherman now. You got the jump with the tank, right? You have to be very careful. I'm pushing up, by the way, here. You have to be very careful. You're really far behind enemy lines here. And I have a, you know, Panzer IV that's going to be coming out soon. I get the animation off. Boom, your engine is damaged and you're coming up against a flak. I'm turning my MG. He's in deep trouble. This is a very, not a good decision by him for his tank to just run behind the enemy lines like that, because I have a Panzer IV coming out right now, and I guarantee if this flak doesn't kill this, and it's shooting HE, not even shooting at the flak. And look, these guys are right here. They're getting ready to move up and help take out this Sherman. I'm trying to hit him with another, you know, right now he has light engine damage. I'm trying to make it even more damaging. He's in trouble, and then look. There goes his Panzer IV. However, though, the floodgates have opened, like I said, and the blob is now spread out somewhat and is taking over the whole right side. So we got to respond to that. Nick does have the awesome Fallschirmjägers. And the flak, you can see, is shooting at that guy right there. He's calling artillery down. Interesting, he put that up to kind of help protect it even more. See if that rapid barrage does any damage. So I got news for you. Fallschirmjägers will eat your conscripts alive, along with the Storm Pioneers. Then my Panzer IV comes out. I know he's not upgraded enough. I figure I'm close enough behind my own lines here that if I get, you know, anti-tank rifle grenade, or, you know, even a anti-tank grenade, then I'll be okay. So I'm simply pulling back. They're throwing even more of them at me. And, you know, I have 2 engineer squads that are back at base getting ready to help repair, so, you know, we'll move right up. And we need to secure this area once again. They even took Nick's flak. Isn't it weird to see conscripts manning a flak gun? And they have a Katusha. One of many that will come onto the field here. You know, we're very strongly entrenched around here. The thing is, though, he does damage, right? He may kill a couple of my men, but they're going to heal up once the barrage is over. You know, I can reinforce easily at this point. And I see the horde coming over here. And you can see they are getting shot to pieces. And I have the MG going down. They're getting healed up. My own riflemen are shooting in. And they're running past the flak. And I won't be surprised if the flak finishes off one squad. Or any. Apparently I would be, because it missed. So I'm all set. So I'm going to push on up. And I'm going to deal with this flak gun if Nick hasn't taken care of it. Looks like he did already. So I'm going to start capturing this point back. Because right now they're waiting on VPs. Or there will be if we don't take that point back. You can see he's done. He's like mined the hell out of this. Demo charged. It is like... It is really, really bad too. There's mines everywhere. And I'm going to figure that out. So I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to probably try to advance at some point. It'd be nice if I laid down a, you know, a mine. Like a teller mine or something along here. Anyway, I'm floating a lot of manpower. I'm not really losing anything at this point, actually. Saving up for more panzers, really. I mean, I have a pretty full squad. I have 3 MGs, 2 grenadiers, and then Nick's joking about quite a blob they have, which is true. I mean, it's getting smaller because, you know, we're killing a lot of their guys. But there's no question, he has a lot of, I don't even know what that means, you know. Why? I don't want to know. That sounds like something I don't want to know about. Okay, so basically we're in the middle here. Still guarding. I have my machine gun still facing that way. I'm going to change that because, you know, this part is pretty much fallen again. Nick has repaired, and he's even putting down some mines here in case there's any tanks. And, you know, my engineers are capturing these points here, and I'm even sent one back to build a fuel cache for us. Anyway, more artillery's coming down. And you can see that, you know, even the Air Force is coming in, the U.S. Air Force. It's doing a lot of damage. It was a rocket strike, I think. And then they also have a Jackson. This is a great choice on this map, the Jackson, because they're great at range. If you get line of sight, you can snipe enemy tanks. Just like an Su-85 is great on this map, too. Little do they know that I'm saving up manpower by the lovely Pack 43. They're moving up, just running into gunfire, machine gun fire, flak fire. They're forced back. We really need some kind of artillery, and you know they have their own artillery here. They're hoping to, I think, trying to lure one of my tanks up, and you know, they're pretty much right. I'm pretty sure. I know he has mines, so I'm just gonna try to tread lightly along the left side here, and I think he obviously gonna. Can't see it, but I'm pretty sure there's a mine like right there. So I'm gonna head on the left side here and hope my tank doesn't hit the mine. He literally just gets out with his Katusha. Now keep in mind, I never saw a Katusha up here. But I'm seeing him killing his engineers. I'm seeing him place a lot of mines. And that squad's gone. So I'm a little nervous. I'm not sure what they might have up here. I don't want to lose my Panzer IV because it's an advantage I have right now. You can see his Jacks is trying to take out this flak emplacement, and you know, Nick actually did a great job. It's pretty smart putting down some sandbags to help protect his flak emplacement there. So I run over the mine, stupidly. And thankfully, the Pioneers saw the mine so I didn't get damaged by it. But I'm pulling back. I'll deal with these mines and stuff later. Can you imagine if you demo charge your own guy? Actually, I take that back. I'm just repairing right here on the spot. Now, I can't see him in this right. There's fog of war. But either way, even though he's killing some of my MGs and leveling this area, I'm just healing them up, no problem here. And he has a lot of Fallschirmjägers, which is a great counter to these blobs. I mean, it's expensive, but the Fallschirmjägers just, they can kill all those conscripts. Conscripts are cheap units, and they're easy to replace. Hey, like they were in real life. But they were pretty cheap units in this game, and I have 4 machine guns. I'm a little heavy on tier 1 here. But I want to make sure, you know, I can cover this area effectively. And even have a machine gun nest here, which got briefly damaged. So I see mines. I'm going to start picking off some, you know, picking off a couple of these mines. They start getting shot at. I'm like, well, tank, you're going to head right back up there. I want to take, you know, I want to secure this. I want to demine this area pretty much. I'm still floating a ton of manpower. Still waiting to get to that 8 command points. So I see more mines, and I see a demo charge. I'm going to see a demo charge here any second. You can see it's now visible. So I know there's a demo charge. You're just going to retreat. So I'm going to try to click attack move, and that only works if you're trying to take out a tank that's like damaged. So I'm going to click attack round right along here to destroy this demo charge before you can detonate it. Because if I go in to try to... just missed. If I go in to try to disarm it, which I don't think you can with a demo charge, he's going to blow me up. So that demo charge is now gone. I'm going to start capturing some points here. And at this point, the Jacksons come on over. We got a lot of Hellcats here. Hellcats, Jacksons. Now, I don't see this, obviously. I do have some Grenadiers I brought up, and I see the Jacksons, and I'm like, I am in trouble. My tank is spinning in circles. I'm trying to turn to get my rear armor not exposed. I have damaged one. Look at that. 2 hits, and I'm almost dead with my Panzer IV. So I'm hoping, you know, 5 seconds, got to launch another one to slow these guys down. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Panzer Faust this guy as much as I can. Animation's off. There's been some smoke thrown down. I don't know if I did that with my Panzer tactician. And I'm pulling back, hoping he can't see me. And I get out of control there. So I did everything I could. I lost my Panzer IV, unfortunately. I almost got away with it because how damaged these tanks are. He's lucky he was able to see me there. And yeah, that guy must have just pulled back his Katyushas. Another one just came on out too, so I'll be able to get more pretty quickly. And this is just really not good. Panzerfaust him again, pretty much. And I gotta retreat, because there's a lot of guys shooting at me, and I'm hoping I don't lose my squad here. A lot of guys that are approaching. I'm just gonna retreat. I did my, I'm keeping these guys honest and, keeping them trying to defend this side here. And I'm trying to kill this. Jackson here. And I should be able to do it. Even if I get damaged, I think I can take him out. And I lose my Panzer IV. Never underestimate the conscripts. He got lucky. My shell bounced off, otherwise he would have been dead. So very lucky. Heavily damaged. So that's really unfortunate I lost my men there, but my 2 tanks, which is very sad. I'll be able to get another one, though. But that's 2 Panzer IVs down. I haven't destroyed a single bit of their armor. It's kind of funny. This is like no man's land. There's barbed wire and mines everywhere. And Nick has built some trenches and destroyed a trench, apparently. And I'm building the Pak 43. This guy is great. The problem is they're very vulnerable, just like artillery, to bombing. And Katyusha barrages. So I gotta be a little careful. I can switch it on to prioritized vehicles, which he's gonna do, and I also have target weak point. So any tanks in the middle now are gonna be in trouble. And I'm also close enough that I can heal and reinforce off of it, so off of this battle group headquarters. So you can see the forces here are gonna kind of push in. Followed by a Katyusha barrage. We got 3 of them shooting at us. You can see we have some sandbags popped around the Pak 43 here. Yeah, they're really like kind of reminds me of World War I with the barrage. They managed to take out the barrage before the major assault by a ton of infantry. And they see that I'm building another Panzer, building another Pak 43. This is devastating to my infantry, at least. It's killing all our health, and we can't heal up, and they're approaching here. Lucky my MG's far enough back, and his troops were not damaged by that I can suppress these guys. And they will heal us up. I am reinforcing here. But I have some decent machine guns now. It sees my Pak 43. And I'm like, are you really going to do that with your Jacksons here? Because now I can start seeing him here, and look, we're going to get a shot off on one of these Jacksons here. The only problem is when your men are really damaged like this, they die really easily, so I lost the squad. I have 2 Paks up right now, and he's got to be careful because I'm prioritizing vehicles here. Main gun is destroyed. He should back up at this point, but I don't know if he's paying attention. Exactly what I want my Pak 43s. That guy's done. This guy's about to be done. And he's smart enough to pull back there. But I hit him anyway. I'm gonna put my Panzer IV. I'm like, I just destroyed 2 of their tanks. I doubt they have too much. Now I gotta be careful because I just lost my Panzer IV, 2 Panzer IVs because I rushed in. I did not see that second tank be taken out. I'm getting heavily damaged by all these conscripts here, but 2 Jacksons are gone. 3 Katyushas, very thinly protected there. He's trying to take out this base right here, and I'm reinforcing. I'm trying to move. He's aiming obviously at these guys, but I can reinforce, which is amazing. And there's another Jackson right there. Wow, I just lost a second machine gun. I'm getting hit too right here. And it's like, thankfully he pulled back because I would have been in trouble. So I gotta reinforce. I lost a lot of my machine guns. Remember, I was down, I had 4 at one point here. And I'm gonna reinforce here. And I gotta help Nick's headquarters. His headquarters is helping me so much by getting the heal, you know, getting my men healed, and surprised he's not like he has the manpower to really reinforce these squads. You don't need to have 2 Vet 2 squads that are very low on numbers and health up at the front lines like that. And I'm really hoping they attack with more tanks here, and I hope I can keep these Pack 43s alive. You can see their health there. They are damaged. Like the crew may be fine and healed up, but the gun itself is damaged because of the Katyushas coming in. I'm remanning my MGs and reinforcing them along with my Grenadiers because that's just a cheap unit to reinforce with. Pioneers are good also, so I have my Pioneers coming up, and I'm gonna help. I gotta heal my tank here. You know, it's damaged. So that'll be the plan. I'll heal the tank, and then I'll heal my help Nick's headquarters out. You can see as he repairs, the medics come back out. As soon as it gets heavily damaged, I'm just pushing up to see what they have. You know, a mortar might be good with some smoke here. But when you have 5, what is that? 6 squads right there. I mean, you can say I'm MG spamming back. That's fair to say. I have 3 MGs. But how are you going to stop that kind of a blob here? 6 riflemen's ridiculous. So I see the red smoke. Time to pull back before I get damaged. So I'm healing up my guys here, and I'm going right for this base. I cannot let Nick lose his base here. This is helping me more than him, probably. And I at least neutralized this. This guy got taken out. He moved too far up, and now we're Vet 1. Unfortunately, they pounded the hell out of this position and destroyed my... Look at that. He's about to lose this, and he did. I couldn't get there in time. I'm calling railway artillery. I seem to be pronouncing my R's like W's today. And look at that. He kills some troops here, but just more to kind of push these guys back. The artillery is crazy on this. Thankfully, my Pack 43 is still in place, at least one of them. I'm not going to rebuild the second one. I don't have the manpower at this point. But you can see the Pack 43s have been devastating to the American armor. You can see there's two Jacksons down, and a Sherman was killed here. I guess it has another Jackson now, and 4 Katyushas. So I'm going to push in. I want to help get rid of some of these mines. You can see he's laying even more of them. Like, I know you have mines. I'm going to move up, obviously, with some Pioneers. Like, mines are only effective if your opponent doesn't adjust to them. And I've clearly adjusted. I just destroyed another demo charge. I want to destroy the munitions that these guys have. You know, take this munitions point. And I'm debating if my Panzer IV can kill a Jackson one-on-one. I'm not sure about that. But if I get the first shot and he's not paying attention like that, aiming at my infantry, I do stand a chance. He's now going to prioritize vehicle, which my Panzer IV does not have, and he does have greater range than me. And for some reason, like, I just turn here, because I know he's probably coming, and I get hit there, get whacked. So I'm going to kind of bring him forward as... That guy's not even paying attention. I'm going to turn and hope he kind of comes up here, which he decides to do in a second here. I'm getting ready to go ambush mode. This guy seems to be possibly stuck. I see him turn his armor. Keeps turning his rear armor. That's when I come out, and boom. I missed. I'll lose another Panzer IV? You bet. Unless I pop smoke and do something. Smoke is done. Blitz is gone. I'm getting the hell out of here. I don't want to lose a third Panzer IV. This is like the Panzer IV death race here. And I got my main gun destroyed. I got very lucky. I got the hell away from that. And I'm blitzing the hell back. I got to pull back my infantry. Thankfully, I'm leading him right into AT that Nick has and mines. And he's going to back off. And I'm going to lose my squad here because I was so worried about getting my tank out. You know, if I lost the Pioneer squad, that's great. Because if I lost the tank, that would have been devastating. So Nick has a possible solution to the blobs. It is called a Sturmtiger. Sturmtiger, as the Germans pronounce it. He's building trenches. This is going to be our ground here. And it seems like some kind of glitch that happened in the match. There's just a random box, random light blue box that appeared. Now this guy is great against infantry. The problem is he takes a really long time to reload. So once he fires, he has to wait like a minute and a half to reload. Seems like we've devastated the conscripts here. You know, like I said, the Panzer IV is really great against infantry, especially when you put that turret on top. So now I have 2 Panzer IVs. This guy is now Vet 1 getting repaired. His gun is destroyed. He's pretty weak, actually, right now. And a giant force pushes on in, so I gotta pull the hell back here. I don't want to get engine damaged here, which is probably gonna happen anyway. Thankfully, it doesn't damage my engine here. These guys are screwed. I lost another MG. This was just another MG-42. So I would love to reclaim that if I can, but look at that. 6 men. Yeah, all the Katyushas having a party over here. So it's pretty dangerous right now, the amount of Katyushas out here. They can do a whole lot of damage. You gotta be very careful though, because if I get a Panzer IV behind your lines and just smash your Katyushas, you're done. You spent 500 fuel probably on these Katyushas. They're about 90 each, and he has 4 of them, so he's about 400 fuel. It's 85. That shouldn't be that cheap. Does he have a bulletin or something? Surprisingly, for a guy who made Katyushas, he doesn't have any bulletins for him. So we're winning right now. There's a lot of troops gathering up right here. If they wanted, they could probably push up with all their artillery and just smash our position here. Keep in mind, Nick has a Storm Tiger, and I have my own 2 Panzer IVs here, getting fully repaired here. And I know he wants me to chase up there with his Katyushas, and he wants to swing in with his Jacksons and just kill me. He's trying to tempt me out of my my little base here. I'm gonna lose my bunker here if I get hit again by a rocket. And if that MG wasn't there, I'd be in trouble. Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't think he's expecting this. I see the blob coming. I damaged that heavily. I don't think he's expecting that I'm gonna blitz my Panzer IV and at least take out one of these damn Katyushas. So at least I took out one, and all these guys are coming over here, and I'm afraid I'm gonna get hit. So I'm gonna fall back there. That guy got killed. I think I did lose my Grenadier squad at this point. You can see I've taken some pretty bad losses here. And he's coming straight through the artillery fest. The railway artillery. Let's see if it goes one more time. And it misses. But I took out a Katyusha. I actually took out half his Katyusha force right there. He's down to 2. So as long as I keep taking out those guys, I'm happy. I didn't lose any of my tanks. And I'm trying to repair Nick's truck right here, his Panzer headquarters, because I don't want to lose. I don't want to have that, lost pretty much. I have my own tanks here, and Nick has his tank here ready to switch over if he needs. But they could very well overwhelm and destroy his guy here. And this guy, yeah. The middle's pretty secure at this point. We're just worried about our left flank here, and they've made no real attempts. Nick does have an MG and an anti-tank here, as well as a bunch of mines and flags. So he's pretty secure on this side, which he did a good job of. And there goes. We had a U.S. airplane crash, I think. So I'm getting even more troops to repair, and he decides to move forward at this point, and I can see him. He's got Fallschirmjägers here. I just move up and I start taking targets. I just start shooting at him. He's shooting at the headquarters, and this is devastating. He's going to lose all his guys right here. Even that became vet too. So I'm going to push up. There's nothing to stop me now, except an IS-2, which I don't see. So I'm going to start running over these guys. They're throwing rifle grenades at me left and right. And I don't know there's an IS-2 here, so I'm in trouble. I'm just having fun, and I was like, what the hell was that? Oh, crap. There's an IS-2 right there. I'm like, oh boy. Time to get the hell back. There's an IS-2. He came very close to losing 3 squads there. So this guy is mostly repair thanks to me. They're still trying to kill me with the Katyushas. For some reason he turned his tank. I I don't know why. And look, that was completely devastating. I'm going to move in back in with my Panzer IV. I'm going to help take out this IS-2. And keep in mind, I can make another Panzer IV if I need. I decide against it at this point. He does have my MG42 set up here, though. Giving a lot of weapons over to the enemy, unfortunately. I have 2 MG42s, and those are both mine. So he's healing back at base here. Back in his forward setup base. You know, he should really have his captain be the forward retreat point there if he's going to have it like that. And you can see that Storm Tiger was just... I got to use this thing again. I haven't used it in a long time. But you can see it takes a while for it to load a full... You know, it takes a minute or so, so it has to be used sparingly, but it is great. Nick now is a Panther. So I have my own guys healing up and kind of repairing my anti-tank in here. I want to keep this thing healthy. It's vet 1 now, so I can use the target weak point. And I have another Panzer IV here, and I would love to go push on and try to take out that IS-2 I saw. Still not repaired, surprisingly. And you can see they're all grouped up right here. If I start... Oh, there's that airplane. You know, flying over OKW bases is not a good idea with all those flags. So they're making even more Jacksons here. I'm trying to build up my infantry force a little bit. I'm going to push it. I'm going to try to collapse this area here. And I didn't even recognize that as my MG at the time. Those guys who stole our MG, they are not going to... It's not going to be theirs, pretty much. It's going to be nobody's. And then I get hit by the Jackson. Thankfully, Nick is screening, helping me out, screening with the Panther. More troops are moving in right here. Look at this. Get ready for this guy's kills to skyrocket here. He's at 0 right now. Short range. 4 kills. Okay, so it wasn't the most devastating thing because he saw it and pulled back, but we pretty much are taking it out in this area. I'm going to go up to their VP here. The IS-2 is coming. And they're trying to take out Nick's Panther. I think he maybe forgot I had Panzer IVs along this area. But his buddy's pulling back. That guy didn't do a whole lot of damage. And I see them right here, and I'm like, oh boy, we're going into combat. And he's exposing his rear armor to us. And, you know, Nick still has his tank there. So I'm just going to keep shooting at the back of that IS-2 there. So Nick covering my back, and now I'm covering his back there. Both of our shells bounce off the back of that IS-2. That IS-2 is quite thick armor here. Notice how I have my more healthy tank, higher HP tank in the back there. So another devastating assault for those guys. They've lost a lot of tanks recently in Long Terrain. I'm even pushing in. I kind of want to see where the Katusha row is right here, as I'm calling it. There's only 2 of them right now. Make that 3. Make it some more. Honestly, when you're getting bombarded every couple minutes, it really feels like you're in trouble. And I'm on machine gun. I had to pull back. I think I'm going to grab another machine gun here. You know, once I start pushing towards this area right here where my crew is, I mean, I can't do anything about that. I mean, I'm turning my MG at this point, but now we're vet 2. And I am going to start reinforcing, but Nick had to pull back from that, so I'm reinforcing, but I'm in trouble here. So you wiped out my gun. It's okay. He's still reloading. You can see his 7 seconds or so. And I'm officially captured this northern victory point, so they're in trouble. They're hurting for a victory point. Even if they have the center for some reason right here, it's not going to do a whole lot for him. And Nick is in danger of losing another truck here. I destroyed the squad as 1 man in, so I'm reinforcing as quickly as I can. Now I have 2. I'm doing okay. I'm picking up that gun though. They're trying to use it. I'm manually targeting the infantry that's closest to me right here. I'm hoping to wipe out a squad. These guys are both vet 2 now. And that was devastating. There goes his major and a squad. So he's losing a lot of men here. I moved up my Panzer IVs. You know, I'm ready to do a little bit of business with these guys if they want to. And the whole time, you know, it's not like I can't see. I also have a command tank here. This is a pretty even fight at this point here. I'm going to push up and try to take on this Jackson here, but I don't see that there's an AT, so I gotta be careful I don't lose my tanks. And I do lose my tank, and I'm like, hell, I'm committed here. So that guy's done. I'm in blitz, but I'm gonna go right after these Katyushas here. I'm hoping I don't get, I'm hoping I don't get Panzer, get an AT on me. So Nick's also moving up, so there's 2 Katyushas down. And I'm gonna try to get my tank the hell out of here. I did lose a Grenadier while I wasn't paying attention. I go all the way to base. Once again, I'm not gonna be like that Sherman and, go kind of by the enemy's base and lose some stuff. So I'm gonna come right through this area here. Unfortunately, I don't see that there's mines there, and they've even started pushing into this area here. So I don't know, there's a lot of mines, so I'm just gonna kind of head back. Hopefully, I'm gonna bust through Nick's defenses here, but I need to get my Vet 2 tank out of there. And his Jackson, his Panther's right there, and I guess destroyed. So I actually managed to navigate that without damaging my tank at all. There's 3 mines set up, and they're going right up to the victory point, because we have a victory point. I recruited this, and I'm repairing this to make sure it doesn't get destroyed here. They have a lot of machine guns in the middle, like we do, so it'd be good if we had some smoke from a mortar. So I'll try to get that a little bit later. And I know these are just rear echelon troops, See, they're going after this with the Vet 3 Rifleman. I'm gonna send my command tank. This tank isn't really used for tank. It's good against infantry. It's kind of like the Stug. The special Stug. I think it's like the Stug 3 or something. It's not the regular Stug that I can get. It's not the Stug 3. It's the other one. So this guy's good against infantry, and he's gonna hide behind the house here. I don't know if he thinks like I want to play hide and go seek or something, but I have troops coming up to. We'll have troops coming up to assist. I managed to destroy an ambulance here. Got a little too close and I could see it. So now artillery's going down here. I just want to, I'll use a railway gun. Railway artillery support here. And, I'm just really hoping to land right on one of the tanks here. We'll see. Nope, or just miss all of them. It fires 3 shots.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Let's see where it lands. Yeah, 3 misses. 200 fuel, 200, not 200 fuel. 200, and check this out. My command tank must not like, probably didn't like what one of my engineers was doing, Pioneers. So he actually shot randomly right here. Didn't click attack ground or anything. He just shot right there and killed one of my poor Pioneers, who's now laying there, going, why did I get shot by his own tank? So I don't know what that's about, but we're repairing. We really have the versatility of the ATs. They need to reinforce these. They're down to, all of them are pretty much down in strength. So I'm forced to fall back again. What difference does it really make, though, if we just keep moving on, if it's just neutral right now? It's a stalemate, basically. So I'm going to move in with some of my tanks. I got to kill some of these conscript squads here. They don't really seem to have any serious anti-tank. They did capture that, though, which is devastating. And they have some Katyushas here. So I do have the bonus to defense here, which we take reduced damage. So I'm really hoping those medics come over here and help heal my guys. You can see they're actually running over now that the artillery's gone. So the artillery's gone there. And I capture that. You can see these guys are actually going to come right back out here. I knew the squad was somewhat around there, but wasn't too bothered. So I'm assuming that Katyusha has not moved yet, so I'm going to go around my area here. Try to take out that Katyusha. Now I hit 2 mines, so I gotta go back, but he didn't seem to move his Katyusha or notice. So I know there's mines now. And you can see a Jackson's coming up, but they're getting kind of stuck on each other because that's it's kind of a choke point here, so thank goodness for bad pathfinding. He could totally wipe me out if he wasn't kind of stuck with the Katyusha right there, so. Now he's backing up. I can further just fall the hell back, pretty much, to friendly lines. And you know what I figured this one? I figured, you know, I'm just going to stay here because I can back up. I'm just taking more time. It would be faster if I just repair my tank like this. Now he sees me. I mean, I don't see him, but I hear him. Thankfully, he didn't pull up far enough, so he doesn't even know my tank, so he thinks it's just gone. Let's see, we do have some artillery. We have the infantry support gun by the OKW. Killing these MGs. You can see there's 4 of them in the center now. And Nick has the King Tiger. Completely devastating this tank will be against these guys. So I'm almost done repairing my tank here, and I think I'm getting ready to equip one of these guys with the one of my Pioneers with the hazard removal kit, so we can get some, you know, minesweepers. I haven't pushed on this side yet. What they think is, you know, we have some Katyushas, we have the artillery support, we have the IS-2. And they also have a Jackson here, but they have a lot of infantry. And their blob has been really, they've lost a lot of troops here. I mean, if we look at the losses, 181 men the American has lost. American player has lost here. And the Soviets have lost 112, so. I just move up with the minesweepers. And I see there's a Jackson by himself, so I'm just screening basically, trying to take some shots into him. This defensive bonus only happens when you're in your own territory, so just keep that in mind, you take less damage. So I'm just going to engage. This isn't necessarily a bad engagement for me. This shell did penetrate right there. This is the cheapest, one of the cheapest things, that Panzer Tactician. It is so good. You can just like confuse the hell out of ATs, you know. It really lets you kind of be a little cockier, a little aggressive, or not playing too safe with your tanks. And I'm like, oh, that's bad, that's an IS-2. I try to fall back, but I'm falling back over my mines. And there goes Nick's, over Nick's mines there, and I got killed there. These guys came and captured this point again. I got an issue. These tanks are mad, and we want to like finish off some rear echelon troops. We've now neutralized the middle, but we're still losing on victory points. 3rd Panzer IV out. I'm just making Panzer IVs at this point here. I don't see the need for any heavier armor, because Nick has that card with the King Tiger and the Storm Tiger. The problem is they cannot destroy his headquarters as we keep repairing it together. And if we go back over here, you can see what's going to happen to the rear echelon troops when they try to pop out. I actually start repairing, and then my guys go off to the point. So they have an IS-2 and 2 Jacksons up here. One has been repaired. And they're just, these Katyushas are getting a lot of kills. Nick moved up his King Tiger. He's like, I'm ready to do some damage. He's wiping out. Frankly, there's nothing really pushing back there until the ATs move up. My own MG is valiantly holding back the Soviet forces here. But I have that PaK-43. Keep that in mind, and we're ready to do some real damage. And I have that MG up there. Anyway, what happened was I basically shot those rear echelon. You can see that there they are right there with my tank. So now Vet 3, and I have my tanks here. We cannot sustain this overall. I'm just going to say that in the side chat here in a minute. We're barely holding these guys at this point, and they have a lot of artillery and AT. The center is way too guarded. You know, we can't just push up like that. We do not have the artillery to stop them here, and they clearly have the artillery advantage. So I'm going to repair my tanks, and I got to kind of figure out what we're going to do. I'm possibly thinking about flanking around up north here, like these guys are doing at this point. My tanks are still damaged though, so they've neutralized us again. So now we're actually losing on the victory point scale because they took that bottom victory point. You can see he's not paying attention or something because he's about to lose his Jackson when he pulls back the last second. That was very lucky. And now my Vet 3 Panzer comes out. And I gotta be very careful. I take that guy out and I pull the hell back here, pop more smoke. And I haven't moved that Panzer IV yet. I did take out another Jackson, so it's a lot more fuel down the drain. How much fuel does this guy actually have? He doesn't have a whole lot of fuel because he's just building another Jackson, so. Anyway, we're moving up. you can see he just keeps constantly recruiting those ATs here. I mean, those MGs. And they are bombarding the hell out of us with those Katyushas. So I think what's really not working for them right now is they're blopped up so early on, and now they're losing a lot of their tanks to our very heavy armor. You saw me take out King Tigers. They are not impossible to take out. If Nick's not careful, he can be taken out. The problem is, all those Katyushas early on, he lost a ton of fuel. And I'm not going super heavy armor. I don't have, like... I mean, I have a lot of stuff, but I wish I could get a Tiger son, but I can get another Panzer IV, so... I'll maybe get another Panzer IV once I get the manpower. But at this point, I don't really need it. I have a mortar now, and I'm going to start dropping some smoke here to help cover our men if they do decide to advance. I think I lost some more infantry. Yeah, I lost my pack here, so... I don't have the manpower to rebuild. I'm actually at I'm only getting 169 manpower per minute. I feel like I'm in the Soviet industry here. And they're still getting 210, which is surprising. It's because I have all this armor pretty much. So thankfully I have all these pioneers here and we're repairing our tanks here. So my plan's gonna be to I'm gonna head up north here and try to flank around the side where, you know, all their ATs are facing this way, you know. They're not facing this way. They're facing towards where the King Tiger is, which is not a bad idea. But all their mines have been destroyed up here. Keep that in mind. So, Keep that in mind that a lot of their tanks and their mines have been destroyed up there. So they got to be careful. And now I'm setting up. I'm just gonna charge all my Grenadiers. I'm trying to get basically scout this out so I can put down a devastating, hopefully railway artillery support coming in. I did kill one troop there, but I gotta fall back. I'm losing infantry left and right. They've taken that. We're down to 125 to 144. I did wipe out that squad, though. That MG is in trouble here. Anyway. So you can see I'm going to start moving my tanks up north here. This is going to be the make or break moment. If I lose my tanks here, it is over. We cannot sustain this area. I'm going to charge forward my pioneers. I'm really trying to scout out, see where their ATs are, where their infantry is. These guys are getting killed. So I burst through here with the command tank. The command tank, here's why I did that with the command tank. It's good against infantry, and they're going to all focus on him, while the veteran tank's going to start taking some shots in the rear armor here. And boom, the Storm Tiger moves up. The King Tiger is up. They are getting flanked here. This Panzer IV is in trouble, though. It's very damaged. I can't move it. In fact, I'm going to try to blitz out here. I threw some smoke down. I'm going to try to get behind their lines, possibly flank around. They're trying to take out Nick's King Tiger here. I'm behind them, though. And I'm going to start taking shots. I'm going to take out that Su-85 first. It's out of control. Great. That Jackson is trying to take out a King Tiger. He's in trouble. Main gun has been destroyed. Meanwhile, I just took out 2 Katyushas with my Vet 3 tank. And I'm trying to take out this IS-2. So they were not ready for my tanks here. And it really showed. This was the make or break moment in the game. And that nice flank round, Nick pushing up at the same time, that great coordinated attack between us really devastated the enemy there. We may be losing on victory points, but they're in real trouble right here. I got my engine damaged by something back there. I don't know what it was. So they're not really sustained. I'm just going to keep spinning. I'm kind of testing my luck a little bit here with my tank. But main guns is I'm trying to take out this IS-2 with my blitz mode. Unfortunately, I see that guy there. I can pop some smoke, which I do, but you know I popped it on the wrong side, so I'm in trouble. That easy is going to finish me off. So you did a good job, Panzer IV. So now he's got an easy 8 against the King Tiger. That's no competition. Especially now when those guys have a Panzerfaust to slow them down. And you have your rear armor exposed, so we've taken it over. They have nothing. They have 2 rifleman squads. The Soviet player is making some more truce here, but he's been completely wiped out. He just got an IS-2 here. But that was just completely devastating. I'm getting more. I actually have a Vet 3 machine gun here, which is awesome. Actually, what does that say? Advanced weapon diversity improves burst control and accuracy. Zooming up, I'm using our incendiary rounds here to do some damage to that tank. And I think Nick actually wiped out his own men. Yeah, I think he wiped out his squad there. Anyway, that Su-85 is trying to snipe him there. And he changed his target to me for some reason. So at this point, I'm moving my MG over here. I'm going to set up and take over that BP so we can, you know, further end this game quite quickly. I lost a squad there. But that attack, that made the game for us. We would have lost this game if it hadn't been for that attack. That coordinated attack between me and Nick. Nick pushing up center as I flanked around. And, you know, leading with my tank that I think is going to get destroyed first. That command tank was just great. That was obviously going to get hit first. I'd lead with my Vet 3 tank. That'd be dumb. I want to kind of a little bit further back. But still close enough to do some real damage. All I needed to do with that Su-85 was damage his engine and flank around because it did not have a turret. And he was going to try to hit me with an anti-tank grenade. Even though he will hit me with an anti-tank grenade. And I'm losing squads here. A little sloppy of me at this point, but I'm now using the... Look at that, they're trying to take out my artillery, trying to take out my MG here with artillery. I'm hoping I don't lose another Panzer, but I'm popping some smoke here. Now this doesn't kill my infantry, keep that in mind, it just takes away all their health. So I'm going to move up with my MG, it's just gotten reinforced here, and I'm going to pull back and get these guys healed up, and I also have some more engineers to help, some pioneers to help fix my Panzer IV. Yeah, they're pretty much down to nothing. He's getting another Su-85, the American has one AT gun, that's it. These guys have been completely... Now they don't even have an AT. He's getting some more riflemen at this point, but these guys are just... They lost everything. Let's look at the losses here. 263 losses. 174. I'm at 184. I've lost a lot of men. But they cannot afford these losses. They've lost way too many men, and we have a King Tiger here. They have no armor to speak of pretty much at this point. They have an Su-85 coming. But they should just surrender at this point, to be honest. They had our number. They were holding the center victory point until that flank came around and the coordinated attack there. And good for these guys being good sports. You know, I didn't agree with their play style of spamming artillery and blobbing up like crazy, but you know, they were nice guys. Good game to them, definitely. They fought hard and they played well. Anyway, cut from my T21 sign. I hope you enjoyed. Leave some comments down below, and you know, tell me what you thought of this match. Was it as epic as I said it would be in the beginning? See you in the next episode. Cod4Man221.